Because of its shape, the placenta. Only eutherian mammals possess placenta. The human placenta is discoid because of its shape, hemichorial, because of direct contact of the chorion with the maternal blood and deciduate, because some maternal tissue is shed at parturition. The placenta is attached to the uterine wall and establishes connection between the mother and fetus through the umbilical cord. The fact that maternal and fetal tissues come in direct contact without rejection suggests immunological acceptance of the fetal graft by the mother. Development. TTHE placenta is developed from two sources. The principal component is fetal, which develops from the chorion frondosum, and the maternal component consists of decidua basalis. When the interstitial implantation is completed on 11th day, the blastocyst is surrounded on all sides by lacunar spaces around cords of syncytial cells, called trabeculae. From the trabeculae develops the stem villi on 13th day, which connect the chorionic plate with the basal plate. Primary, secondary and tertiary villi are successively developed from the stem villi. Arteriocapillary venous system in the mesenchymal core of each villus is completed on 21st day. This ultimately makes connection with the intraembryonic vascular system through the body stalk Fig. 2.9. Simultaneously, lacunar spaces become confluent with one another and by 3rd-4th week, form a multilocular receptacle lined by syncytium and filled with maternal blood. This space becomes the future intervillus space. As the growth of the embryo proceeds, decidua capsularis becomes thinner beginning at 6th week, and both the villi and the lacunar spaces in the abembryonic area get obliterated, converting the chorion into chorion leaf. This is, however, compensated by a. Exuberant growth and proliferation of the decidua basalis, and b. Enormous and exuberant division and subdivision of the chorionic villi in the embryonic pole, chorion frondosum. These two, i.e., chorion frondosum and the decidua basalis, form the discrete placenta. It begins at 6th week and is completed by 12th week, Fig. 3.1. Until the end of the 16th week, the placenta grows both in thickness and circumference due to growth of the chorionic villi with accompanying expansion of the intervillus space. Subsequently, there is little increase in thickness, but it increases circumferentially till term. The human hemichorial placenta derived its name from hema, blood, that is in contact with the syncytiotrophoblasts of chorionic tissue, Fig. 3.4. Chapter 3, The Placenta and Fetal Membranes. 33. The placenta at term. Gross anatomy. The placenta, at term, is almost a circular disc with a diameter of 15-20 centimeters and thickness of about 3 centimeters at its center. It thins off toward the edge. It feels spongy and weighs about 500 gm, the proportion to the weight of the baby being roughly 1/6 a term, and occupies about 30% of the uterine wall. It presents two surfaces, fetal and maternal, and a peripheral margin. Fetal surface. The fetal surface is covered by the smooth and glistening amnion with the umbilical cord attached at or near its center. Branches of the umbilical vessels are visible beneath the amnion as they radiate from the insertion of the cord, Fig. 3.2. The amnion can be peeled off from the underlying chorion except at the insertion of the cord. At term, about 4/5 of the placenta is of fetal origin. Fig. 3.2. Fetal surface of the placenta showing attachment. Maternal surface is rough and spongy, Fig. 3.3. Maternal blood gives it a dull red color. A thin grayish, somewhat shaggy layer, which is the remnant of the decidua basalis, compact and spongy layer, and has come away with the placenta, may be visible. The maternal surface is mapped out into 15 to 20 somewhat convex polygonal areas known as lobes or cotyledons, which are limited by fissures. Each fissure is occupied by the decidual septum, which is derived from the basal plate. Numerous small grayish spots are visible. These are due to deposition of calcium in the degenerated areas and are of no clinical significance. The maternal portion of the placenta amounts to less than 1/5 of the total placenta. Only the decidua basalis and the blood in the intervillus space are of maternal origin. Margin. Peripheral margin of the placenta is limited by the fused basal and chorionic plates and is continuous with the chorion leaf and amnion. Essentially, the chorion and the placenta are one structure, but the placenta is a specialized part of the chorion. Attachment. The placenta is usually attached to the upper part of the body of the uterus, encroaching to the fundus adjacent to the anterior or posterior wall with equal frequency. The attachment to the uterine wall is effective due to anchoring villi connecting the chorionic plate with the basal plate and also by the fused decidua capsularis in Vera with the chorion leaf at the margin. Separation. Placenta separates after the birth of the baby and the line of separation is through the decidua spongiosum. Structures. The placenta consist of two plates. The chorionic plate lies internally. It is lined by the amniotic membrane. The umbilical cord is attached to this plate. The basal plate lies to the maternal aspect. Between the two plates lies the intervillous space containing the stem villi with their branches, the space being filled with maternal blood. Fig. 3.4. Figs 3.4a and b.